Hey guys, CoffinSkate here with a interesting video. Now, first off, as you can tell, I'm back home. So, in this video, I want to talk about games I have multiple different versions of or multiple copies of. Whether it's two copies of the same game on the same platform or multiple different versions of the same game. I thought this would be kind of an interesting video. So for those of you who have bought in like multiple different versions or multiple different copies of a certain game, whether it's for the same platform or just a port that's not much different to it, let me know in the comment section below because I'm really curious on what you guys have. So first up, I'm mainly just talking about games I have a physical copy of, but I am gonna bring up some honorable mentions of games that I have a physical copy of on one platform and then I have it digitally on another. So first up is Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I have this on the Vita, as you can tell here, but I also have bought this on PlayStation 3 because it was on a really good sale. So I don't usually buy digital games. Well, if I see a game for a really good sale, I will see about snagging it um, because if it's a game I really want to play and I see it on a really good deal, I'll be like, fuck it, why not? So, and I've done that with like multiple different games, and a lot of those games I enjoy so much I want a physical copy of. So, but anyways, yeah, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. This is a great fighter. Like I said, I have this in both PS3 and PS Vita. So, and I think I got this version for 15, and it came with the this code that was surprisingly unused. So, um, but uh, but yeah, and then yeah, the PS3 version is obviously better, but this is actually a great version of the game to play on the go. So yeah. Oh, and for me, what classifies as like pretty much what I'm mainly including um, is like ports that there's not like a huge difference. There may be like a few differences like better frame rate and faster load times, which you'll see that, which I have a great example here, but otherwise I'm not including stuff like a straight up remaster, for instance, like for example DMC Devil May Cry, and then including the definitive edition. That's not what I'm including here. I'm really only including games that I have like the original version of said game, and then I have like the a port of it that has some slight differences. Again, I will give an example a little bit here. So next up is Tomb Raider for the PS3. I'm bringing this up because before I actually did not have another copy of this on a different platform outside of the remastered version on PS4. Um, but like I said here, I'm really only mentioning games that there's not full on remasters. I'm really only just including the original release, or mentioning the original release, and if there's a port of it on a different console and it's got some minor enhancements, that's again what I'll be talking about. Again, I'll bring up a better example later on, but yeah, I just got the PC version because Square Enix was offering up the PC version of this game for free through Steam. So yeah, that's why I'm bringing this game up. So I've not actually played the PC version, though I've heard it runs pretty decently on my laptop, from the last person who had it, which was my dad. So yeah. Okay, next up is Deus Ex Human Revolution. I have the director's cut on the PC. Some may argue, I feel like some may argue that's a bit of a a somewhat of a remaster, because from what I remember, they add more than just the Missing Link DLC. But otherwise, to my knowledge, there's not a huge difference between this and the PC version. So I used to have the 360 version of this, but I sold it because I needed some money. But yeah, Deus Ex Human Revolution. I've actually not played that game all too much. I've heard it's a really good game though. So yeah. Next is Overwatch. I have the PC version right here, and then I also bought the PS4 version, which was on a good deal. I think I got it for like $20 on PS4 digitally. So yeah. And then Resident Evil 2. I have the um, I have the PS or the GameCube version right here, and then I bought the PS1 version digitally on the PlayStation Store as a PS1 Classics game. So yeah. Um, and you know, I also mentioned which game to me is like the is like a better port, or which version is the better port or better version. And I gotta say, RE2 on the GameCube is probably my favorite version. So yeah, obviously Overwatch on PC is better, but it just doesn't run well on my laptop. So yeah. And Tomb Raider, I can't really say because I've not played the PC version. So I have played the 360 version. Oddly enough, I also own that digitally. So yeah, I just don't have a 360 or an Xbox One. Next up is the Mass Effect Trilogy. I'm mainly speaking towards Mass Effect 2 and 3. Specifically 3, I know I have Mass Effect 3 digitally, but I on PC, but I don't remember if I have Mass Effect 2 on PC. So yeah, again, obviously the PC versions are better. All right, so now we're gonna get into what I'm referring to in terms of like, you know, enhanced or slightly enhanced versions. Um, Kingdom Hearts 1 or HD 1.5 plus 2.5 remix, and then Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 remix on PS3 and 2.5 on PS3. So pretty much what I'm referring to is like this was the original version. They took the original games, made the games look much nicer, play in 1080p, locked 30, and um, and they also touched up the textures and whatnot, and they all play in 16:9 widescreen. This was, in my opinion, the definitive way to play these games, unless you're speedrunning. um, and then they released this, which there's not a huge difference between these, other than the fact that this has all the games running 60 FPS and with way better load times. So yeah, this is what I'm referring to. This is what I'm referring to in terms of like, um, of like enhanced version, like an enhanced port. So yeah, and then I also want to bring up that I have, and I think I've brought this up before, but I have Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix Limited Edition, and I have the Standard Edition of 1.5. So yeah, um, so yeah, in that case, easily 1.5 plus 2.5 is better. But or on PS4, but yeah, so um, okay, next up, I have oh, and I want to 1.5 on P. I bought both copies, or both the copies I have of 1.5. 2.5 I got as I guess you could say a late Christmas gift. And then 1.5 plus 2.5 I got for my birthday. So yeah, Rocksmith 2014. I have the PS3 version, and I have the Xbox 360 version. The PS3 version I got for Christmas, and then the 360 version. To sum up how I got this, or how I acquired this version, is that my dad got the Xbox One version, so he didn't really need this version. So I just took it off his hands, and I decided to try and sell it. I might just keep this because it's not worth anything. So yeah. But yeah, so I think I've played the PS3 version more, so I don't remember. All right, now here's more specifically. Here is another. Here's more of another case of, I just have two copies of the same game, but the same platform. Destiny 2, I have my original copy, which I got for Christmas, and then I got, or back in 2017, and then I got this version, which comes with the Forsaken expansion and all the previous expansions that came out before that, and I think it comes with some other bonus. It comes with Cade's Exotic Stash. So yeah, that being said, why do I have this? I bought this for the Forsaken expansion specifically, because for whatever reason they were not selling it on its own. They were selling the version that comes with the game itself, and the first two expansions, as well as Forsaken itself and the expansion pass. I didn't need I didn't need a digital copy of it. Although now I have a digital copy because it's free to play, and then and I didn't need the first two expansions because I had them previously. So, although I guess I had no choice because this was like $17.99. And then Destiny 2 is like one of my favorite FPSs of this generation. I absolutely love that game. Okay. All right, next up, I got Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock for the Xbox 360 and Guitar Hero 3 and for the PS3. It's Guitar Hero 3. It's my favorite Guitar Hero. So yeah. Next up, I got Persona 5 for PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. So there you go. Again, interesting, slight story on how I got the PS3 version. The PS4 version I got for my birthday back in 2017, which oddly enough, this came out like days before my birthday. But the PS3 version, so basically, I let my dad borrow my PS3 so he could play Persona 5. And he ended up buying a copy. Now he can just run this game on his laptop through an emulator without any issues, so that's why I have the PS3 version here. So yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a complete copy, and this was actually something I was going to try and acquire for my collection, for the PS3 collection, because I want to collect as many of the PS3, collect as many of the RPGs in the PS3 as I can, specifically JRPGs. So yeah, but that was a game I needed for my collection for PS3. I just need a complete copy of it. So yeah. So anyways, next up, yeah, Resident Evil 4. I have the PS2 version, which was the most recent version I bought. And then I have the Wii version and the PlayStation 4 version. PlayStation 4 version was the first version of the game I bought, and then then I got the Wii version, and then I got the PS2 version, which I got at Comic-Con. So yeah, again, another example of, just a port, nothing too crazy. The game looks better and plays 60 FPS on PS4, but that's really about it. Otherwise, it's essentially the same as the PS2 version, except this version has worse graphics. Then this version, same as PS2 version, we get to use the Wii Remote and Nunchuck to aim. So yeah. And in my opinion, this is the definitive version of Resident Evil 4, with Resident Evil 4 on PS4 at a close second. So yeah. Alright, next up is Final Fantasy 13. I have this on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. The PS3 version I actually bought myself, but the Xbox 360 version, I borrowed this for ages, and then the person I was borrowing this game from said I could just keep it, so, but yeah, to be honest, I couldn't quite get into 13-2. I love 13, Final Fantasy 13, but 13-2 just couldn't get into it, so yeah. It's a game I do want to go back and finish, because I do want to play Lightning Returns, so yeah. Next up is Kingdom Hearts. I have, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I have the original PS2 version of the Black Label copy, and then I have the Greatest Hits copy. The Greatest Hits copy I got for my birthday years ago, and then the Black Label copy I bought at a game store. So yeah. So yeah, I mainly just bought this version because I needed it for my collection, because I'm collecting the Kingdom Hearts games. So yeah, otherwise I don't really need two copies. I mean, in a lot of these cases, I don't need two copies of a lot of these games, but again, needed this version for my collection. So yeah. So plus, shiny covers are my weakness. So yeah. Like if a game has a shiny cover, I don't know, it makes the game look more appealing to me. So yeah, like I want to see about getting, there's a copy of Guitar Hero, there's a version of Guitar Hero Wars of Rock that comes with a foil cover, and I want that. So yeah. Alright, and then here's another example of a game that, not a huge difference between like the current gen version and the last gen version. So I have Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I have the original Vita version that came out back in 2015. I have the collector's edition for this. Let me just show the actual game itself. Yeah, there you go. I need the PS3 version for my collection, though. So yeah, I have this. And this was already an amazing RPG, and then they they ported the PC version to PS4, which I have right here. I haven't played this version a whole lot, but it's a great version of the game. It's easily better than the PS4 version. Now, this version, and it's the same deal for Trails of Cold Steel 2, which I'll show in a second. This version, there's not a whole lot of huge differences. I mean, it has all the DLC. They re-optimized the interface, apparently. it's playable in 60 FPS or 4K if you have a PS4 Pro. Um, yeah, all the DLCs on it, 50% more English voiceovers, not a huge difference. Oh, and way better load times, way better load times. This version takes forever to load. And then again, got Trails Cold Steel 2, got the Vita version. Again, still need the PS3 version, and then I got the PS4 version, which same uh, same enhancements as Trails Cold Steel 1 on PS4. You know, better frame rate, better resolution, better load times, and yeah, again, not a huge difference. So yeah. So, but this is easily the definitive version on a console, at least, of Trails Cold Steel 2. So if you're gonna play this and Cold Steel 1 and you play on console, these are the definitive versions. So yeah. So there you have it. Those are games I have multiple different versions of, or multiple different copies of. I also do have Battlefield 1 on both PS4 and PC. So yeah, the thing with that was that both games were like, or both versions were like $5 on both platforms, and the season pass is free on both platforms. So I was like, fuck it, why not? So yeah, and then the enhanced ports of Trails Cold Steel 1 and 2, those they released last year, and I had some money to spend on, and I didn't want to miss out on the collector's editions for the PS4 versions as well. And then Trails Cold Steel 1 I got for my birthday back in 2016, and then I got this game shortly after it came out. So yeah, but there you have it. Let me know in the comment section below if there are any games you have multiple different copies of, or multiple copies of, whether it's on the same platform or just a port, or a game that was cross-gen when it came out, or cross-platform when it came out. So, but yeah, so there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and for more content. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm CoffinSkate signing off, and as always, peace out, my friends.